Trudy Marshall. Gertrude Madeline Trudy Marshall, February 14, 1920 May 23, 2004 was an American actress and model. Early life. Marshall was born in Brooklyn, New York, the daughter of Madeline A. Brennan and Frederick Marshall. She studied drama at the Floral Park Memorial High School in New York. Career. A popular magazine cigarette girl during her modeling days for Harry Conover, Marshall was at different times the Old Gold Girl, the Chesterfield Girl, and the Lucky Strike Girl. Marshall was signed by 20th Century Fox in 1942 and groomed in bit parts. In The Dancing Masters 1943 she was female lead to Laurel and Hardy. She next played a featured role in the World War II war drama The Fighting Sullivans 1944, a true story of a family that lost all 5 enlisted sons in the sinking of the USS Tuna off Guadalcanal in November 1942. Marshall played the surviving sister Genevieve. Taking roles as a detective in Jennifer Time, Marshall later played the other woman in a few features. Semi-retired by the 1960s, she returned very infrequently to Hollywood. She appeared in the movie Once Is Not Enough 1975 with her daughter Deborah Raffin. Marshall was the hostess of her own radio and TV show in the 1980s in which she interviewed stars who attended special Hollywood events. Personal life. In 1944, Marshall married businessman Philip Raffin, with whom she had 3 children, including model and actress Deborah Raffin. They remained together until his death in 1981. On May 23, 2004, Marshall died at age 84 in her Century City, Los Angeles home. She is interred in Hillside Memorial Park Cemetery. Marshall filmography. Secret Agent of Japan 1942, minor role uncredited, Filet Serenade 1942, Secretary uncredited, Berlin Correspondent 1942, minor role uncredited, Orchestra Wise 1942, Ain uncredited, Girl Trouble 1942, Miss Kennedy, Thunderbirds 1942, Red Cross Nurse Trainee uncredited, Sprint Aim in the Ruckus 1942, Merlin Crothers uncredited, Crash Dive 1943, Telephone Operator uncredited, Kenai Island 1943, Girlfriend uncredited, Heaven Can Wait 1943, Jane Van Cleve, Jeff's Wife uncredited, The Dancing Masters 1943, Trudy Hole, The Fighting Sullivans 1944, Genevieve Jen Sullivan, The Purple Heart 1944, Mrs. Ross, Ladies of Washington 1944, Tower of the Water Terry Gangster 1944, Glory Circumstantial Evidence 1945, Anna Helen The Dolly Sisters 1945, Lenore Baldwin Sentimental Journey 1946, Ruth Talk About the Lady 1946, Tony Muller Trachtenwick 1946, Elizabeth Van Borden Boston Blatty and the Law 1946, Irene Ellis Mr. Twilight 1946, Cokie Cooper and Too Many Winners 1947, Phyllis Hamilton, Joe Pauk in the Knockout 1947, Nina Key Witness 1947, Maud Andrews Beyond Never in 1947, Anne Rogers The Full Live Brushman 1948, Sarah Franzen Disaster 1948, Jerry Hansford Shamrock Hill 1949, Carol Judson Barbary Pirate 1949, Anne Midge Remark of the Gorilla 1950, Barbara Bentley LC in Night Dreams 1951, Fronty Mason uncredited, The President's Lady 1953, Jane Doenson uncredited, Full of Life 1956, Nora Gregory Married Too Young 1962, Susan Newton Tuckler and Susan's Once Is Not Enough 1975, Mayanu.